In today's video, I'll be sharing with you Leanne Vogel Carb Up strategy, plus tantalizing bonuses. Here's what we will be covering. Number 1, what is a carb up and what it isn't? Number 2, why carb up and signs to watch out for? And lastly, quick carb up tips. So stay tuned for the spaghetti marinara, no processed spaghetti on keto. Greetings and welcome to Keto Unify, a channel dedicated to sharing keto stories, research, and types of keto diets suitable for different groups of individuals. Now in a moment, I'll be sharing with you some ketolicious bonuses you can get your hands, legs, or fangs on for free. Yes, free. But first, what is a carb up? When you first wade into the ketogenic waters, it's easy to assume that carbs have the same place in your diet as pain thinner, but they are not the boogeyman they're made out to be. So let's start with what a carb up isn't. You may or may not have heard of carb loading. This is where you have periods of stuffing yourself with loads and loads of carbs. A lot of athletes during big event trainings follow this strategy. Although, in my opinion, there are better ways to enhance your performance, but that's a topic for another video. This isn't carb up. There are plenty of strategies around carb up, but in this video, I'll share with you Leanne Vogel's carb up strategy. This is where on occasions you eat a little more carbs a day than usual. For example, instead of 20 grams of carbs a day, you may have 50 or even 70 grams of healthy carbs like a sweet potatoes or a small amount of rice or some fruits. The occasional carb up can actually save your keto butt, especially if you're a woman. The key is to utilize those carbs strategically. Not sure if carb ups are for you? Then watch out for some of these signs. If you've hit a weight loss plateau, or you felt very good at the start of going keto but not so much anymore, or your energy levels are dropping, or your periods are irregular and you do not seem to be achieving a hormonal balance, which may be the primary reason you started keto anyway, or you're having carb cravings especially post-workout, or maybe you're feeling all of these signs. These signs are the reason why you may need to carb up to shock your body. You see, if we're always doing the same thing every day, our bodies maintain a steady stream. It knows exactly what's coming the next day and day after. Think of it as a job where you do the same monotonous work every day without any variation. It gets boring after a while, right? Then you start slacking and the same job you were performing optimally, you still do it, but slowly or not so optimally, or slack a little because you think it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you'll clock out and get paid and will still be counted as a job done, right? The employer starts to notice this behavior in the team members and decides to do something different, like arrange a dinner or drinks party or a family day out to re-motivate and re-energize his team, sort of like shocking your body. Guess what happens? Same team members now start performing the same job better. The same way, every now and then we have to shock our body into doing what we want it to do. That is, burn fat, create optimal energy, and balance hormones. You see, shocking the body helps it promote hormonal balance, regenerate cells, and start burning fat again after your weight loss plateau. And if you get your carb up timing right, which we'll talk about in a minute, then you're actually helping your muscles grow. Another good time to carb up is when you know you'd be going out with friends and you're likely to eat more carbs when eating out than at home. Lastly, with a carb up strategy, you'll have a more enjoyable keto experience so you can persevere without losing your freaking mind. Alright, so time for some quick carb up tips. But before I share those with you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when a new video is uploaded. Alright, so Leanne suggests that if you just started eating high fat, low carb and you haven't really gotten the swing of things and you're kind of dancing between the two lines of removing the glucose from your body and getting some fat action in there, perhaps don't try this yet. For women, you could practice carb up every 3 to 4 days, and men could practice this about every 6 to 7 days. I myself found carb ups a lifesaver because I found that just before my periods are due, that week I would start to crave carbs really badly. And if I didn't have them, my energy levels plummeted. I felt hungrier, couldn't sleep well, and even my cycle became irregular. So when should you do a carb up? According to Leanne, timing is key for carb ups. Get the carbs at your last meal for a few crucial reasons. Number 1, you'll sleep through the blood sugar highs and lows. Number 2, by eating carbs in the evening, the post-carb cravings will be while you're sleeping. Number 3, boosted serotonin levels equal quicker weight loss. And lastly, by having carbs in the evening, you reset your leptin levels, which allow you to fast longer the following day. Now you'll likely gain a little water weight the following day, but 2 to 3 days after the carb up, you should bust through yet another weight plateau if that's your goal. So what type of carbs should you eat on a carb up? Sorry, no sugar-filled cake, ice creams and donuts for a carb up. Keep it to good paleo carbs. Vegetables like sweet potatoes, spaghetti squash and parsnips, and fruits such as bananas, pears and cantaloupe. And we don't want to add our supplemented carbs to what we're already eating. Rather, we'll replace the fat we normally eat with carbs. So, how many carbs should you eat? Not too many, but certainly enough. If you've been eating low carb for 2+ weeks, you'll want at least 0.5 grams of carbs for every pound that you weigh. So for a 140-pound woman, that works out to be around 70 grams. Now, Leanne goes into a lot more detail about carb ups, how to slide into fat burning mode without needing to go strict low carb or strict macro counting in her book, Fat Fueled. So, in the beginning of the video, I had mentioned getting your hands, legs or fangs on my very scrumptious and gooey keto bonuses. So this is how you can. If you get your hands on Leanne Vogel's Fat Fueled book, the Keto Beginning Guide or her Happy Keto Body through the link showing on the screen and in the description below, you will get, dun dun dun, drum roll please. Number 1, a 10-part video series on the mind-boggling secrets of the keto for women. Number 2, a 32-page guide on keto diet for prevention and remedy of some of the lifelong and sometimes life-threatening diseases. Number 3, you'll also get 11 scrumptious keto cook-along recipes to watch, follow, and include them in your meal plans. But that's not all. You'll also get my 4-part How to Stop Worrying About What Others Say video series, not available anywhere else except to my private clients. And lastly, the biggest bonus, the Keto Unify's way of paying forward by giving you a 45-minute one-on-one fat-burning woman forever coaching session with moi, 𝐿𝐿𝐿, the founder of Keto Unify. I've been doing keto for over a year now, and as a result have reversed my hormonal issues, healed inflammation, have lost over 44 pounds in weight, reaching my happy body weight. I know firsthand how utterly lonely, depressing and disappointing this health and weight loss journey can be for most women without proper support and guidance. I'm also a food lifestyle mentor, keto nutrition enthusiast and an international best-selling author of a health and wellness book for mothers called Guilt-Free Motherhood. My passion is educating on how foods promote health and protect against disease. So all you have to do to get these gooey keto chocolatey bonuses is visit the link showing on the screen and in the description below. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you have any questions, worries, or looking for support, then just reach out to us via comment section of any of our videos on our channel. Happy ketoing, ladies!